So, when last you left your brave adventurous heroes, you were in the town of Wonderfall, and you had just agreed with the shaman to undertake a arduous journey to the distant western mountains of the Heat Shard, um, where you hope to find the reason that the river's source has been choked to almost nothing, and hopefully restore it so that the various woodland peoples do not die of having no water. The water that is coming down the river is terribly polluted. Now, you stay in Wonderfall for just a few days while your grandmother and Brontes restock the wagon for travel. Is there anything in particular you want to do in Wonderfall before you get on the road towards the west? You've already been informed by various townspeople that the nearest town from here is the village of Junesburg. They weren't able to tell you very much about the people of Junesburg, except that they were spice traders of some kind. Even though they are the nearest town, they're still a little over a week away through rough terrain. So any preparations, personal preparations that your characters would be making, such as spell preparation, shopping, anything like that.
Spell prep and spend time with wife and kids.
Okay. So you'll have plenty of time to do spell prep. You can go ahead and prep. You can go ahead and prep to your max number of spells. And what about for yourself?
Geez,
I forget your character's name. It's Brilliance. Okay.
Yep.
There we go. Well, I went to use it, and then my brain wouldn't recall the information until I had stated aloud that I'd forgotten them.
And then you could remember. There you go. I can't remember except that I can.
Can't remember except now that I've said the sentence, I know exactly what I mean.
Geez, I don't have a lot that I need to really do. I mean, hang out with the family.
Alright.
Kick it with the fam jam, as it were.
Okay.
Then, no, like, not a lot else. Hang out. I can look. It's just
Hang out and visit.
hang out and visit. Watch out for monsters, because I am probably gonna. I know there's got a guard posted now, so I would probably participate in night guard posting.
Yep. Well,
If there's aminals, I want to make friends with the aminals. If there's any animals there, I want to befriend them.
are you actively seeking animals?
No.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to say that you don't encounter.
That's
because
fine.
There are animals you can encounter, like there's squirrels and birds.
I'll just every now and then cast animal friendship on Eloise so that we're super tight.
Eloise. I'm pretty sure animal friendship is a permanent
yep.
spell, so you've already cast it on him once.
He loves
He's
me.
as tight as he can be. You can cast it on each of the oxen if you want.
Eloise is bae. Yeah, no, we're good.
Gonna muddle up.
Sure am. Loves me.
So enchanted it doesn't even know how to love anyone else.
It's like
It's lost the ability to have affection for anyone but Brilliance.
that horse loves me. I'm gonna Stephen Amber that horse so hard.
Oh man. Okay. So, where was I? So, after a few days staying around the home, you have a tearful goodbye with your family. Your mother's sure that you're going to die. And this is the last time she'll ever see you.
Mother
And
always thinks I'm going to die.
every time she says goodbye to you, but this time even more than others. And that sort of thing.
Won't be dead. It'll be fine. Love you, Mommy.
Your in-laws admonish you for taking your children into such a dangerous situation.
By your in-laws, she means Lucretia.
Yeah,
Lucretia specifically.
Lucretia specifically. And wouldn't it be better to leave the kids here while you go on your dangerous mission that you should not be undertaking in the first place?
However else are they?
You answer no?
However else are they supposed to learn to adventure?
You look around for your wife. Oh.
I think Charm's calling.
Okay. You wander
Hey,
off.
Uncle, I'm coming, dear!
Gotta go.
There are many good reasons to bring the kids. I'm not fighting with my in-laws.
You're not gonna argue. You're just gonna smile and nod until Charm rescues you.
No point arguing with Mother. She'll never listen to you. Never, ever.
All right.
Charm, dearest, do you want to take this one?
All right. All right. Bye, Mom.
Wonderful.
Sorry, Mother. Literally no one listens to you ever. Good day. Goodbye.
Someday I'm going to be right. And on that
We'll be
day,
dead. Goodbye, Mother.
so you leave your mother in tears.
She's always in tears. Probably just a side effect of the mold.
And so it was that you set off from the town of Wonderfall. Now you're headed west, but you're following what is the best trail in the area. So it's not to say that this is a road, it's just a place where other people have walked before and is slightly more level and worn down than other places.
It's a goat path.
Yeah, and it's wider too than just any old goat path. Other wagons have probably
good.
passed down the path, so somebody else essentially picked out this trail, but it's not perfect by any means. And you're not that far out of Wonderfall before it's rough going. You have to travel uphill, go up to the crest of the cliffs that make up the Wonderfall waterfalls, so that you can work your way back down towards Junesburg. Now you travel on the road peacefully for several days. Other than it being hard going, there's not too much to occupy the time. Is there anything that you would want to be doing, such as, for example, you could try finding animals? I know that you're probably hunting and gathering as you go.
Fishing.
Fishing, yeah. Well, what fish are there? Doing various activities
Oh, look,
like
this
that.
fish is not quite dead yet and rotten and gross. We'll eat this. This is a terrible time for fishing and vegetarians.
Terrible time for vegetarians.
This is a real problem.
Well, there's still lots of foliage, and it's spring, so you don't have a lot of things that are very ripe, but there are some new growths that are edible. And you're a vegetarian, but the rest of the family's not, so...
Yeah. They'll give in. They'll eat a bird. Poor
Anything
birdie.
that you do want to be doing on the road, other than helping and...
Primarily just that at this point. I mean, if I had any means to make any potions, I might try to do that. So maybe keep an eye out for medicines and the like. But
Okay.
other than that, I'm not separating from the wagon too much.
So you're specifically trying to gather medicinal herbs as you're traveling?
Might as well.
Keep an eye out?
If
Okay.
there's any good ones.
So we'll assume that you're doing that gathering. You'd be getting small amounts here and there if you went, so when you get to a destination, I'll compile what you found.
I'm happy to look out for animals while I look out for monsters.
Keeping an eye out for animals while looking out for monsters.
Animal or monster?
Now,
Monster.
it is generally usual that you will see several monsters when you're on the trail.
Yeah.
But it is the common practice of your group to
Not-
avoid them.
Not run headlong into them.
You don't unless you have to. You usually go around them. So
Right.
you see littler critters. Commonly, there are some goblins and things in the forest, but they tend to not want to encounter you either. When you meet a small party of goblins or just see them from horseback, they usually run off into the forest. They don't really want any trouble. The more dangerous creatures are things like humans.
Man!
Man, the most dangerous of all. But you're actually in more trouble from, say, a mother bear that just gave birth than you are from goblins
Yeah.
out here.
Animals.
Well, dangerous animals, predatory animals. And there are some monsters. And trolls tend to be a danger occasionally.
Yeah. I've stepped in a nest of beholders.
Nope, never seen that.
It is the season for it, I suppose. Must be more careful. This is their migration season. Then they just roll back to the shore and take flight.
Sure.
Is that true? Says Kurt.
That's not true, no.
So you lied?
No.
So it's true?
Sure.
And so Kurt spends her time looking for beholder nests.
There you go.
At least she has something to do.
There you go. You don't want to leave a child idle.
Poking every mound of half-melted snow with a sharp stick. Hopefully she doesn't find any animals.
It'll be fine.
Every hole in a tree. In any case, as I said, you travel for several days. Now, the person who probably works the hardest when you're on the road is poor Brontis, as he has to keep this wagon going, and he's got to make sure that the oxen are okay. And I'm sure you give him a hand wherever you can, but you're on the lookout for critters. So, I do have one question: is how often are you going to be scouting ahead of the wagon?
I'm happy to stay a bit ahead of the wagon, honestly.
All the time?
Unless I'm needed back at it.
No, not really.
They can call. I won't stay so far ahead that they can't call me back.
So you're within earshot.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm happy to stay a bit ahead of it and
What about
scout.
yourself?
Like I said, I'll keep an eye out for various things, but I can't imagine that we're going to be in areas where I can constantly be looking for medicinal herbs. So
No.
Too true.
I'll primarily stay with the wagon and
Okay.
help the wife with the kids.
What is your what is your
Wisdom?
1 second, I need the player's handbook and you've got it.
I've got one. I've got mine.
Oh. This is yours?
Yeah, I brought mine over.
But mine was sitting over there.
No, this one, the one that was right here, is mine.
Oh, well then what the heck happened to mine?
Mm.
Well, I'm gonna use yours.
Okay.
It's a fine question, and maybe this
That's
is
a monster manual. Oh, that is it. Okay. Well, then yeah, I just don't have eyes.
No, that's okay. Your monster manual's right here.
Oh, okay.
No, I brought mine over and left it here. Usually it's hard to tell it's mine because it's not currently stuffed to the brim with Felix.
Felix.
I took Felix out and put him in the old D&D file.
Felix is retired.
Felix is retired.
Ah, there it is. What's your dexterity?
My dex?
Yes.
18.
An 18.
It's ridiculous is what it is.
Is it?
Ridiculous.
Despite the character I am building, it is my highest stat.
Alright. And I would like you to roll a wisdom check.
Okay. Fail.
Failed. On the 4th day out from Wonderfall, you're traveling up the road, and you're well ahead of the wagon, but still within earshot.
Yeah.
You pass by a very brushy area of the road that's barely trodden down, and you walk through it perfectly fine.
I have passed through overgrowth.
But when the wagon comes through, the wagon immediately encounters a problem. As Brontis steers the oxen onto the brushy terrain that you've passed over easily, one of the oxen immediately falls into a in the road that your horse just happened to have walked to a little to the left of.
Oh.
And it brays in terror as it falls almost 3 feet down before lurching to a stop, having yanked the other oxen in their harnesses. They're also terrified. Brontis got shoved off to one side, and when it fell, one of the front wheels of the wagon also goes down into the divot as well as the front legs of the oxen that was behind it.
Oh, we missed that one.
You're no fucking kidding! No fucking kidding, says Brontis, brushing himself off. He immediately starts clearing brush away, trying to see what the oxen has fallen into. What do you want to do? You're closer technically than it is. Oh, missed that one. Sorry.
My bad.
I'll check on nearest kid, and then probably go to help Brontus after to make sure everything's
The
okay.
kids are fine. They weren't even on the wagon. They were running around.
Well, then the nearest kid in this case would be Eggy.
You you run into the wagon, and your mama's there. She's been toppled over onto the floor, and she's angrily brushing herself off. And she is also going to check Eggy.
You all right, Mom?
I'm fine. Brontus obviously doesn't know how to steer a wagon. After how many years? 7 years. I know how to steer the wagon, Mom.
We fell in a hole.
I'll get involved.
And so your mother and your brother are yelling at each other. Eggy is secure in the nesting area. It's well built. You've got some sides built up around.
Well, I'm sure
Eggy's
it's
not
fine.
bouncing out.
Eggy's not bouncing out of there.
Sure, they're fine. Gotta check.
Gotta check.
Car crash, baby.
Is the baby
You
still
want
wrapped
to go
in?
try to help Bronte?
Sure.
I would like you to roll a wisdom check as well. And are you going to go back to the wagon now that it's crashed?
Yeah, this would probably help.
Your horse trots on.
Yeah.
There's the wagon.
Oh! Please don't let me be the gallivant King Richard of this fucking campaign.
Passed by 7.
Well, you start to clear away brush. When you notice that a little deeper in this hole, there's some sort of strange substance, and you pause to look at it. Brontus, however, isn't so lucky, and he just plunges his hands right in there. And then he pauses. I'm stuck, he says. And you see that he's plunged his hands into this weird substance, which the oxen is also just embedded in. And he can't seem to pull his hands out.
Right.
You notice that the ox is sort of struggling and isn't really making any headway whatsoever.
Is it tar? We would know tar.
It's a white substance.
Well, Brontus, you calm the animal so you don't get hurt. I'm gonna see.
I can't move. Calm down, he says, poking it with his elbow.
Both arms are stuck, I guess.
Both of his hands are stuck.
I don't know, whisper sweet nothings to it then. Whatever, I'll figure this out.
Okay.
Does
You're
it
a
look like
lovely,
anything that
you're a
I've
lovely
seen
oxen, and I've always found you very
With
attractive.
my alchemy and or herbalism or anything.
You can go ahead and roll an intelligence check to identify the substance. Actually, anyone can roll an intelligence check to identify the substance if you go over to examine.
I should have probably bother.
You passed, and how about yourself?
Alright.
Are you doing it? 'Cause
Sure.
you don't have to. You
I
passed.
said
She passed.
I should barely bother. I passed. I'd might know what it is.
You're looking at it more closely, and you realize, even though it's sort of clumped together and gunky because an oxen has fallen into it, it looks like spider webbing. Also are able to see down past the gaps in the webbing, there seems to be some sort of wider chamber below the mess of webs up here near the top. It's a good thing the webs are here, or the oxen might have fallen into a very deep pit indeed.
It's a Minecraft ravine.
Alright, well, I will. If Brontus hasn't also noticed this, then I'll tell him to stay calm, but it looks like this might be spiderweb of some variety. It's probably a monster or something down there.
My hands are stuck.
Stay calm.
What do we do?
I'm gonna unhitch the stuck oxen and try to back up the wagon,
Yeah,
and we'll see if we can get the two of you out of there.
good idea. Your mother is already sort of starting to do this process, as is Charm. And what would you like to do? You look thoughtful, but I'm stuck in what might be a spider web.
Oh, why don't I help you out?
Good idea.
I just grab Brontes then, and I guess,
You
and
want to just yank on him?
yep, try and help him out.
Okay. You can go ahead and roll a strength check. To attempt-
Wait. If it is a spider, yanking on the web's only going to get its attention. That's why we should try to calm down the oxen and not move too much until we can find a way to get them out.
Hey, can you do that thing that you do with animals?
I don't know if it works on insects.
The
No,
oxen-
the ox, you
Oh,
idiot!
that! Yes, I can do that.
You want to try to calm down the ox?
Yeah, sure.
You have animal understanding,
I
correct?
do. Yeah.
So it needs to roll a saving throw versus an attempt.
Love me.
You want to go and try to calm it?
Yeah.
Saving throw. So the oxen immediately calms down as soon as you pay attention, rub its head.
Yeah.
The oxen in question, I'm trying to load the map and it won't load. But
Oh.
it's a front right-hand oxen.
Hudson?
Hudson! You calm Hudson down.
Hey there, old boy.
Hudson stops thrashing around in the spider webbing. And of course, Brontes is just barely smart enough to also stop thrashing around in the spider webbing. So, soon the wagon, that particular Hudson is unhitched and the wagon's backed away from the issue a little bit. Luckily, Lenny's feet didn't get pulled in too much, and you get the other oxen out of the way. So, what's next?
Right.
We're not slicing through spider web, so
You're not?
well, probably not. It's
Okay.
sticky.
Well, yes, I suppose.
This is not even normal spider web.
Notoriously strong, I
huge.
believe. As is my understanding.
Do I know of anything that I could use that might suffice as a grease of some variety? Something that we could, in theory, put a blade in to slide through and cut.
I believe that there is cooking oil on the wagon.
Well, let's give that a shot. Dip my knife in that and
Okay,
try to carefully cut.
try to cut. You would find that although the cooking oil did seem to stop your knife from sticking, you were unable to use it to cut through the webbing. You managed to get like a few fibers, but you realize that
It's too thick.
it's much too thick and it sort of sticks itself back together behind your effort.
Strong. Alright then.
Right. Well,
The cooking oil didn't stick to it though. Your knife didn't become affixed.
what if we took a little bit of that and rubbed it on Brontes' arm?
And pour it on Brontes' arm.
Well, not all of it. I'm gonna sell this stuff.
It's true. You want to pour generous yet conservative amount on
Brontes.
down Brontes' arms. All right. You begin to do so. Brontes pulls. Just a second. Let me roll for.
I'll help him.
You want to help him?
Yeah.
Okay. You can roll a strength check.
No jerky motions. Strong, constant pulling.
Yeah.
Strong constant.
Go the strong and not particularly bright crew. Oh, passed by one.
You know,
Oh wait, no, it's a strength check.
Yep.
Fine.
But you're helping Brontes.
Okay,
so it's
I
gonna
passed.
Give him a bone.
Yep.
All right. You pull hard on the webbing, and he manages to get one of his hands free. The other one is deep enough into the webs that the coating of oil couldn't slide down to it, essentially, and it's not coming out that way.
Okay.
You also don't seem to have attracted anything's attention.
Could be that it's got a much larger den down there in that regard.
Could be that it just doesn't live in the web anymore.
It's possible, but less likely. I mean,
Oh,
spiderweb-
optimism wouldn't hurt.
Well, spiderweb deteriorates over time, right?
Oh yes, but
Anyway, I'm not saying that we're stuck forever.
no.
The bits that I was able to cut, can I gather a small bit of them, like a couple fibers, and we'll see how flammable they are?
Okay.
See, fire was my thought, but it doesn't seem like a very good idea to
burn the oxen alive.
Right.
Poor Hudson!
We're not going to do that, I think. But we'll see. We might be able to
Well,
use
so I was thinking fire, but I had no good way to apply
It doesn't
fire.
flash burn. The oil immediately burns, but it burns slow. So if you were to light it on fire, yes, it would burn away. But you're pretty sure it would burn slow enough that it would cause pain to the oxen that was stuck in it.
So what we should do then is we should gather some wooden stakes and we should burn the tip until they're red hot and then use them to poke through the...
You want to do a surgical burn.
Yes.
Okay.
And we should make some extras because if we can drive them down through the webbing, we can make a bit of a wall or something to prevent anything from being able to easily crawl up through.
Quite the undertaking, but I suppose we can give it a try.
Just some sharp stakes.
Do you want to gather sticks then? Or do you
I'll
light
tell
the
the
fire?
I'll tell the kids to go gather as many big sticks as they can, and I'll start a fire. Well, unless I'll tell Charm to start a fire.
Okay.
And then I'll go help the kids.
I will monitor this situation here for in case spiders show up.
Good idea. Charm is a very good fire builder, and she immediately gets to work on that. I'd like you to roll a wisdom check.
Next.
Okay. 1 second. And what's your dexterity?
Mine.
Yep, yours.
17.
Okay. Alright, well you're scouring the woods and you're finding a number of quality sticks. When you hear a yelp from Current, who was a little off to one side. She goes, I found a hole!
Just stay still, honey. I'm coming.
Right. Off a little bit in the forest, find that she's also fallen into a similar sort of pit. And like the oxen, she's fallen only about 3 feet down, though that is most of her height. And she is now encased waist deep in sticky webbing.
Right.
Your son is still wandering around getting sticks. Do you want to warn him?
Dunstan, sweetheart, come here for a moment. Watch your footing. There's a lot of these holes.
He starts working his way back to you. You're keeping a lookout for spiders, but none have yet appeared.
Hmm.
You do hear that Current is now stuck in a hole.
Oh, more holes.
Charm cusses.
I mean, if I was going to continue trying to get him out of my own accord, I could tie him to the horse.
How long does
Have
it
a
take
horse
to prepare
pull on
spell
him.
again?
It takes 1 hour per level of the spell.
Right.
That might work. Or it might dislocate his shoulder. Well, so long as there's not spiders, we don't have to worry about it.
What are you ranting about? Says Brontos.
Well, I was just supposing that one way to potentially get you out would be just to sort of rope you to the horse and then have the horse pull on you. But then I was also slightly concerned that that may just dislocate your shoulder.
Well, I'd rather not have a broken arm.
Yeah,
That just seems like a bad idea.
yeah, so we won't be doing... And as long as there's not spiders readily apparent, then it's not that much of an issue.
Well, I don't see any spiders. I bet they don't even live here anymore. Everything's fine.
That's good.
We don't need to break my arm.
Well, first thing I'm going to do is cast a sanctuary on
Current?
Current,
Okay,
in case something does decide to come up.
you do so.
How far away are we from the cart?
Not far, about 20 feet into the forest.
Shouting distance, I presume.
Oh, easily.
I think I could prepare it. Blade. But it'd take me about 2 hours to get that ready. I mean, they'd be able to cut through, but
Well, you might as well start. Yells,
We don't have any better options. I'll watch over here if someone wants to watch over there, and...
right. Well, Dunstan, you take the sticks that we've already found over to Brilliant and you start to sharpen them. You can in the hand.
Okay, he's got his own knife.
Yeah, careful not to cut yourself. And I'll sit down next to Current so she's not alone and begin.
Start prepping. She's loud and bored and loud. And she's 5.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm not leaving my 5-year-old in a spider hole, so.
Well, you can have Charm
She flails
Watcher.
her arm around, and then eventually her hands are stuck too, because of this flip.
Well, it's a good thing I'm making a flame blade.
Okay. Meanwhile, do you want to help
Yep.
Dunstan sharpen sticks?
Sharpen
Alright.
sticks.
So your process is underway. It's well underway. When Brontes says, "I see something moving down there, buddy."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just have a look.
You can see it. It actually seems fairly close, but it's past mesh after mesh of sticky webs. It's probably down closer to where the oxen's back legs are. And it's hard to see since it's a little bit dark in the hole. But the sort of blackish, brownish arachnid has giant red eyes. It's about the size of a Rottweiler. And its front 4 legs are picking through the webbing at the bottom of the mesh. It seems to be trying to pick the oxen out from the bottom.
Hmm.
What would you like to do, if anything? The oxen doesn't even notice it. It can't see down there. It's not touching the oxen, so.
Well, then we'll deal with it when the oxen gets upset.
Okay, you're not worried about it?
Well, I could antagonize it now, but that just speeds up how fast I could throw some shit at it. But all that will do is speed up the time it takes to become a crisis.
Brontes says, "Oh, we can't lose Hudson.
We won't. It'll be fine.
Oh, poor Hudson.
No, everything's going to be fine.
You're being eaten by a spider."
I'll just get some rocks together.
So, you're gathering rocks now?
I've got the sticks we need for other things. I gotta wing them down a hole because I can't poke it through the web.
Okay.
Probably can't throw rocks through the webbing, though.
I got pretty good aim.
It sounds like this is a lot of webbing.
It's like everywhere.
Hmm.
But you could try. I mean, I'm not going to tell you can't try. It would just be, an amazing shot to make.
Well, I mean, what are my other options?
Thread the needle style.
I
I'm
could,
not sure.
I could get a longer stick. Try to, but then again, webs. Like, I don't.
Alright. So, Charm is heating up the ends of sticks, and she's sort of trying to start the burn Brontes out of the webbing process. She's going for Brontes first because only his hand is stuck, and it's more likely to free
I'll
him.
just keep an eye on the spider.
Now, while Charm is doing this, Grandma is walking around, Grandma Carolyn.
Strolling around like an idiot.
Well, she kept the other animals calm, and she tied up the horses, and she's looking at stuff. And she says,
Ow.
what?
Ow.
No, she says, "I think I've seen this sort of thing before. And if I remember correctly, there's an alternate passage into the lair of these types of spiders. It's usually very well hidden."
How much time has passed, by the way, since I started prepping?
About 20 minutes.
Don't say.
Not sure if it will help our situation, but if that spider starts to eat our poor Hudson's legs, we might need to come at it from a different angle.
This might be a good idea to find the way in just in case. Alright. Sure.
You want to go looking for that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Pass through overgrowth.
Alright. I'd like you to roll a wisdom check. You can take a bonus of 4 to it as you're actively watching for pitfalls.
Okay.
And you're still prepping?
For the time being.
Yay! Passed.
You are able to avoid not one,
but 2 more sticky web pitfalls.
Not there.
Do you want to mark their locations?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Do you have something to do that with? You just gonna put a rock on them, or make an X with some sticks?
Yep. Go there.
Bad one. Bad one.
No X like sticking up. Don't. No.
And your intelligent mind is able to see something that most animals would probably not be able to spot, in that there is an area of brush that's sort of been woven together by the clever construction of an arachnid mind into a sort of a trapdoor.
Man 1, spiders nothing.
What would you like to do?
Check out this entryway point, see how viable it is to get into there.
Well, you grab onto it and lift. And,
Yeah, sure.
okay. You gotta tell me what you do.
Oh, I want to, like, in case it's sticky, because there's a good chance with spiders everything's sticky, I'm going to try to move it aside with, like, a stick
Okay.
or something.
Lift it up with a stick from a distance.
Yeah.
It seems to be made mostly of mud, twigs, and brush. And beneath it, there's a slightly sloped passageway that leads down into mucky darkness. The trapdoor is easily lifted off.
Okay.
There's no spiders immediately apparent, and no webbing immediately apparent.
Alright. I will remember this location then, I guess, and not immediately soldier down into it, because
Okay.
that's something that someone would yell at me for doing.
Who? Your mother?
Someone for sure. Well,
So many women in your life.
so many women who would yell at me. I'm gonna go back and get a torch. Go in the underground.
Do you want a torch or lantern?
Lantern would actually be great.
You grab one of the hooded lanterns off the hook on the back of the cart.
Okay.
And you light it up. It's day, so
Yeah.
it needs to be lit. Did you find it? Says Carolyn.
Yes.
Don't go alone. Take
That's yeah. Everyone's sort of busy.
Charm. Sure. You and I, brother.
All right, let's go.
All right. Do you want to continue prepping, or do you hear this and decide to interrupt yourself?
How far into that?
A half an hour.
Only a half hour, so
It's fine.
I'm a quarter of the way done.
Yeah, we'll deal with the monsters. You be prepared, because we still need to get the oxen out after we're done.
I suppose it's true, even if the spiders get taken care of, we still need to get the oxen out.
Yes.
So I'll continue. I mean, it's not like I can't stop and rush to help if I need to. I'm not exactly far away.
It'll be fine.
The slope is quite steep, but it is navigable. Do you want to go in first, or do you want to send your poor wicked sister?
No, I'll go in first.
Okay.
Avanti!
What does that mean?
I don't know, away, I think.
Would you get my wife killed?
I won't. It's my sister.
I'll just not get myself killed. How about that?
Alright, deal.
Alright. You head in first. A dexterity check is required to navigate the path, though I doubt that you're going to have any trouble with that.
I passed by 16.
You travel carefully down the dark passage. Yes, your glowing dice. Yay. They glow so much.
do.
Like, I can see them in a well-lit room. That's neat. Anyway, you travel down the mucky passageway. Bits of old webbing cling to the walls. But when you touch them, these pieces of web are not sticky. They seem to be helping to shore up the tunnel, which, being in close proximity to the river, is pretty muddy down here. The floor is slick. There's several spaces where you almost dangerously lose your footing. You realize that if you were to slip, you might shoot off down the passageway and not stop till you reached its end, which is exactly what happens with your sister behind you.
Can I grab
I'd
her?
like you to roll a strength check to not be knocked down by her as she shoots down the passageway.
Passed.
Alright, you can roll another strength check to try to catch her.
Alright. Passed by 10. Nope.
You're able to catch her. She's covered in mud now. She's just slipped.
She pulled past your legs, you kind of jumped over.
Oop.
Oh,
Nope.
no, you go. And you catch her before she slides off. Oh, this is the worst.
Here
This
now.
is the worst.
Oh, I'm sure it could be much, much worse than
No,
this.
no, this is the worst.
But I'll just lower you down this way.
She takes her quarterstaff off of her back, but she can't really maneuver it in the tight tunnel. She does, however, manage to gouge it sort of into the muddy floor,
Yeah.
and she starts sliding down on her butt, using the quarterstaff as an anchor. Would you like to continue walking like a human being?
Yes. Grace.
Like a woodland being?
Graceful as ever.
Oh, stop! She grumbles. Grumbles some more. Now,
Taking a little butt canoe down the tunnel.
as you get close to what you believe is the bottom of the tunnel in the dim light of your lantern, it's been 5 minutes, by the way, you are able to see that more of these stringy webs hang from the ceiling of a larger chamber down below. But the main thing that you notice as Charm slowly inches down behind you is that the pendant that the shaman gave you before leaving Wonderfall starts to resonate with a very slight vibration.
What does that mean?
You don't know.
Oh. Alright.
You were told that the amulet would help you to commune with and generally connect with spirits. So
Oh.
obviously it has something to do with spiritual energy, but you're not sure why it would vibrate.
Hello, spirits.
You're talking to the amulet?
Sure.
Okay. There's no answer.
Nobody must be home.
It continues to shake very slightly against your chest as you put it back down. Do you want to enter the chamber here?
Yeah.
Did you hear what they said?
No, what'd they say?
I'm pretty sure one of the boys in the hall was just yelling, "I'm going to cut you."
Oh.
Do you want to look to make sure neither of them has a cutting tool?
Am I?
Nice. Nice.
Knives.
Okay, good.
No child murderers in our hallway.
I don't think they would actually hurt each other.
I wonder who identified as the police earlier.
That
was our neighbor.
It's the
Oh.
neighbors. They know
Have
the
an
kids.
unhealthy relationship with the children.
No, they
Great.
just chat with them a lot. Because when they're being loud in the halls.
It's unhealthy because they're adults and drug dealers. Because they touch them.
Okay.
It's okay.
Anyway, where was I?
My amulet was glowing and vibrating.
Yes, glowing and vibrating amulet. So. Nope, my brain's red. Oh.
And I tried to talk to them and nobody
chamber,
answered.
Dark,
Yeah.
chamber, low ceiling.
Went in.
Heading into the chamber?
Yep.
Alright. How tall are you?
What was it? It was something ridiculously specific.
Oh, really? 6 foot.
6'2.5".
6'2.5" Gotcha. So when you enter into the chamber, it's about 2 feet too short for you. Maybe a little more than that.
Forgot.
So you're very stooped in here. So you're holding the lantern, you're bent over double. It's the worst. Charm is also tall. Not as tall as you, obviously, but she is also stooped. As she gets down to the bottom chamber, she doesn't even really bother getting up. She just sort of rises into a crouch, and she has her quarterstaff sort of lengthwise beside her. The floor is extremely mucky. You're sink to your ankles immediately Luckily, you have strong boots. And you can see that several passageways leave this sort of main chamber. You also see the bones of many creatures sunken into the muck here at the bottom of this chamber.
This is unpleasant.
This is very unpleasant.
I may agree with you. This might be the worst.
It's pretty bad.
Alright, which way towards the oxen?
Do you have direction sense or anything of that type? Then you can roll an intelligence check to try to determine which of these passages might be leading in the general direction of the hole that had the oxen in it.
Yeah, no. Pass by 5! What a
Alright,
pleasant
well,
surprise!
You have an educated guess. It doesn't mean you get it right.
No. Alright, let's go in that direction.
Just 1 second.
Surely that will be the way.
I agree, said your sister.
Great.
And so you creep through the muck in that direction.
I had forgotten, Matt. I can claw the webs gently. Perhaps have cut them. Just sit there clawing webs.
The passageway in question is much smaller than the one you just descended down. To ascend through it easily, you'll probably have to crawl. Would you like to do so?
Sure.
Okay. Are you going in first?
Yep.
Charm says, it's just as likely something's going to come up from behind us.
Right.
Should I stay back here and keep a watch? Or should I come up behind you?
You're probably going to have a good deal of trouble navigating this, aren't you?
I'm probably going to slide right back out of it.
Well, you might as well stay then.
I'm going to sit right here and watch the tunnel.
Alright, have your whistle ready.
I have my whistle ready and, spells.
Yes.
Yes. Off you go. You want to head up?
Sure.
Alright. You begin to claw your way up on all fours through the mucky chamber. Do you have anything in your hands? Like, is your sword in your hand as you go? Or anything like that?
That seems unnecessary.
Alright. So it's sheathed.
Yeah.
You're getting mud all over you. You come to a split in the passageway. You can choose right or left.
Do I have an educated guess which way is more likely to be the way I want to go?
The left-hand path you think might be it, but it also gets dramatically steeper in that direction. The left-hand passageway seems to level off a bit.
Let's try the one I think it is.
Okay? I need you to roll a dexterity check unless you have a climbing skill.
Nope. Well, I have my thief climbing
That's
skill.
right. You could roll that instead, whichever you think is the better choice for you. Keeping in mind
This one.
that
Dex.
okay, keeping in mind that climb walls is a sure thing, and the dex you can still fail.
But it's the difference between I have an 18 dex and a 60% climb walls.
Yeah. So you're more likely to pass the dex, but you could still fall after passing it.
Alright, let's do climb walls, why not?
Okay.
When do you get the chance to use it?
Oh no, right now.
I passed.
You did pass, okay. You scurry up, you're able to find very good handholds. You sink your hands right down into the mud really well.
Use my claws.
It's practically vertical at one point, and you begin to get in an area where the walls are no longer mucky, they're coated in webs. You touch them, they're not sticky, you're able to use them
Punch
like
them
ropes.
diamond claws right in.
You're able to use them like ropes, you're climbing up, and way up ahead of you, you can see the spider. Its big bulbous butt blocking the passageway. You can see the legs of your oxen, but you can't really see out of the passage. Your lantern. I failed to question how you were carrying that.
Mouth.
It's in your teeth.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see that. A lantern in your teeth. You're in a vertical passageway. With your hands anchored into the walls. What do you want to do?
I need to find a way to grab onto ropes that aren't sticky so that I can try to use those to go up to attack the spider bot.
Yep. You've got climb walls, so you can continue. You won't fall unless you let go.
I need to get into a situation where I can use only one, where I have to hang on with only one hand.
Yeah, you can right now.
Okay, can I reach spider from here?
Not from
I need
here.
to climb up farther
Not
to
higher.
stab spiders.
As you're climbing up, the amulet on your neck is resonating more powerfully. And I'd like you to roll a wisdom check.
Oh. All my bad skills. Only climb and not fall and stab, Tara. I can't learn and communicate with things. It's a charisma check. Oh, I fucking passed by a bunch. I passed by 8. Nice too, me.
When you're climbing up the webs, you're not within fighting range of the spider yet.
Yeah.
When in the wall of web in front of you, you see a humanoid face with eyes as big as a person's palm, that sort of shine owl-like out of a generally regular-sized visage. And it sort of morphs its way out of the webs and looks at you for a second, then morphs its way back in.
I beg your pardon.
It was right in front of you. It was like you're climbing and then suddenly a person face.
Is there like a person trapped in webs here, or?
There isn't. You probe the web. There's no person there.
Does this spider look exceptionally spiritual in some way? Does it just look
looks
like
a spider.
This looks like a monster. Alright.
Your lantern.
Clearly I'm having a drug trip. That was weird.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Stab the spider.
Okay, you continue on.
That was weird.
Keep on, keep it up.
Well, I don't know what to do with that. Hello? No, done nothing.
Okay, you continue upward.
Yeah.
1 second.
Having a drug trip.
As you get closer to the spider, it seems to notice vibration in the webbing as you climb, or perhaps notice the light of your lantern coming up behind it. Stops what it's doing with the oxen and does that thing where spiders stand perfectly still but turn around at the same time.
Okay.
And it's horrifying.
Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, a rotating spider thing.
Yeah.
And as it sees you, it does that other horrifying thing
Scream!
that spiders do, where it lifts up its front legs and has its horrible pincer mouth open at
Sword.
you. You would just... just keep on.
Yeah.
Great. You climb up closer to it as it hisses, and you immediately draw your sword and slash at it. Roll an initiative. Because as soon as you're crawling closer, it would be trying to attack you as well.
Good. This is the thing you do. When you're great.
This is the thing you do when you're great.
No fear ever, even when it would be sensible. Kirby style. I rolled a 2.
Got a 2. Spider V.
Brilliance. Which would be a very cool name also.
Spider V Brilliance.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Spider with a Y. Why, I don't know.
And what did you get there? You got a 2, you said? So
Yep.
you're
I'll
slashing with
be
the
going
sword.
on a 4.
You'll
Yeah.
be going on a 4. Alright, so you crawl a few steps closer and you swipe at it before it has a chance to do anything.
I don't think I can do any of my special maneuvers hanging off a wall.
No,
so
you can't.
I'm just gonna attack it.
Go ahead. Take that roll.
Come on, crit. That would be a perfect
Take you
time.
a 17 or 18.
18, I think.
Okay.
18, yeah. And my AC is 1.
Alright.
Come on. Oh, that's a 17? No, 16.
That's a successful hit.
Alright. I don't remember when. There we go. Stupid me. Go. 6, 7, 8 damage.
Okay. You slash the thing, and you deal it a vicious wound.
Yeah.
It makes a horrible, gargly spider hiss. Where are we at? You said 8?
Yep.
Okay. And immediately retaliates, snapping at you. And your AC is
1.
1. I forgot that you had a redundant managed to block it out of my memory.
Be fearless.
Fearless! Right. It is to bite you. You are able to block it easily with your
Ah.
dodgy self. Your good armor. Bring us to the fresh initiative.
All right. Come at me.
Up above, you can hear Brontis cheering for you, and also it's been 10 more minutes since I told you it had been 5 minutes. So it's been a grand total of 45 minutes.
I got a 4, so I go on a 6.
Got 4, so you go on 6.
If I can talk while prepping, then I tell them. You tell me if you need help.
I'll tell you if he's doing badly.
Ha
Brontis.
Clinging to the wall, sword fighting a spider.
It's your attack. Go ahead.
Yay! Go! Oh, not good. What's that? 5? That's a 5.
5
Miss.
is a miss.
For sure.
Alright.
Spider jumps at you.
Ah.
It lands on you, but is not able to bite you. You do have to roll a strength check to not fall off the wall.
Okay. Passed.
Passed. Alright? So you're clinging to the wall. It's very difficult. You've got a giant spider. You've essentially got an animal the size of a Rottweiler just sort of landed on your back, and all of its 8 legs are all over you, and it's biting at your face. And so your angle is not very good for your sword attacks anymore, bringing us to the fresh initiative.
Yeah. I got 1.
Bringing you to a
Uh,
overall.
that would bring me to a 3.
Bring you to 3. You're first. You can go ahead and make your attack. Because of the strange angle, you've got a -2.
Okay. Ooh. That's with a -2. Fuck, that's like a 3.
3?
Yeah.
Alright, you try to stab at it, but you just can't get a proper hit on the creature. And it takes another bite at you. But of course, it's not able to penetrate your armor.
No. Fuck. I've been a massive whip off with a spider in a tunnel.
Yeah. But it does do something else. As it snaps at you, you feel something warm and sticky begin to coat the back of your legs. Down where its giant spider butt is.
Oh.
It's peeing.
Yeah. Rude. I'm a guest in your home.
You're able to sort of glance down to the side and you see that it's spraying sticky webbing onto the backs of your legs.
Oh, thank you.
Which currently has no effect, but might have a negative effect fairly soon.
Now I won't fall.
Perhaps. So, fresh initiative.
Yeah. I got a 4, so I go to 6.
Okay, you're first.
I would like to attack it. Well, I go on a 6 and a 4. Because I want to attack it with both hands.
Okay. That would constitute letting go of the wall.
But I have sticky feet on the wall now, and I trust that.
You trust that?
Implicitly.
Implicitly? So you're going to attack, so you're going on a 6 and a 4. The 4 acts first. Is that your offhand?
Yes.
Alright, as soon as you let go of the wall with that hand, you
Yep.
immediately begin to drop. You notice that the sticky webbing does not stick to the non-sticky webbing that is on the wall.
Neat.
And you plummet with the spider on you, but you still get to make that attack. Go ahead.
Then I try to land on the spider. That's called improvisational fighting. I got a... What is, fuck, that's got a different... Oh, it's 13, because it gets no pluses on that one.
13.
Yeah.
Sorry. That is a successful hit. Go
Okay.
ahead and roll the... It's still with the -2. Did you account for that?
No, that'll make it
So,
a
yeah,
11.
But actually, an 11 is still a hit for you
Okay.
on the creature.
I got 2 damage to it.
A 2 damage to it.
Yeah.
You strike it again, but it's still not dead. Your other attack, go for it.
Alright. Fuck. That's a 7.
A 7 is a miss.
Yeah.
And the creature bites at you once more. And of course, its bite is not successful in getting through your armor, etc. But
We're Balrogging
it
down the
continues
tunnel.
to just spray webbing. Your legs are affixed to each other now.
Yeah.
And you soon reach. So you plummet down the vertical part of the shaft.
Yeah.
It is a gradually extending slope, however, so you do not technically slam into any bottom. You kind of tumble
I have
onto the-
tumbling.
Yeah, well, you kind of just roll. You
Yeah.
get to the bottom, and it gradually becomes a slope, and so you just start to sort of tumble through the mud and the webbing and the spiders on you. And I would like you to roll a tumbling check to avoid damage from this fall.
Okay, I think that's a dex.
It's a dexterity. I believe there's a modifier to it. Do you want me to check that for you?
Yeah, if you don't mind. I passed by 15, so.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
Roll to my stuck together feet.
Oh,
And he lands the dismount.
I should really just use my old crappy book. I know where all the pages are in it. All right.
I don't know where I put my book. Oh, there, I put it over there.
I got this shiny new book, and I can't find the thing in it. Tumbling, tumbling, TTT. Tumbling's a thief skill, right?
No, tumbling.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Dexterity, nope, no mod. So you said you passed by
15.
15. Okay.
He lands the dismount.
You hear a sort of a crunch as your back at one point sort of just slams into the spider,
Ow.
and there's like it wasn't you crunching, it was
Okay.
the spider crunching. It's sort of a pasty wet feeling all over you.
Ooh.
And you hear Charm curse and sort of jump out of the way as you spat out into the muck of the lower chamber. And the spider falls off you. It's dead. It's been squished from the fall. I say you stand up, but you start to try to stand up and then you sort of tip over.
Nope.
Your legs are stuck together. Charm rushes over and makes sure you don't go face down and